Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And for today's video I'm going to share my team that I've used up in the GBL, which was there last weekend. And the Pokemon that I'm going to showcase over here in this video is going to be Steelix. So Steelix is now having access to the new Breaking Swipe with Dragon Tail and Earthquake for coverage, which is super OP right now because being Steel, it does resist Fairy, Steel and Dragon as well. So with Dragon moveset over here, it can do neutral damage all along with Breaking Swipe to whatever is there in this meta. And Breaking Swipe does have the ability to lower the attack of the opponent by 1 stage, so it's really good, better than before. But being ground steel, it needs coverage for fighting and ground as well, which Pelipper fits very good to cover for. That is making the team of ABB style over here with Registeel in the backline or as a safe swap to lure out a potential fighter or a mud boy over here, maybe a Medicham or maybe a Swampert or maybe a Quagsire as well. So these three are the potential counters for a Steelix, which I will try to lure out with my Registeel over here, and this is the strategy that I had while building this team up. So without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the first battle, and I pick up a lead against Pidgeot. So Pidgeot is going to be a neutral lead over here, but nevertheless I do have a really good answer of my backline with Registeel and Steelix over here. So I'll be going for the first Hurricane, and I'll be quickly safe swapping into my Registeel to catch the next move, which is going to be the Brave Bird. I believe, yeah, it is going to be Brave Bird, and now I can easily go for the farm down, which they realize, and they comes back with their like swap out into their Pokemon, which is going to be Shadow Victreebel over here. Shadow Victreebel is quite classy, so it will be shielding the first Zap Cannon, and I can let this next charge move go through. So whether be it a Acid Spray or maybe a Leaf Blade, I could survive that. And now, since of the attack drop, I can easily reach to the next charge move over here of Focus Blast, dealing quite a bit of damage over here. So now I have got myself shield advantage, and almost 2 Pokemons of my opponent is down right now, so I can easily come back with my Steelix over here, and let's see what the final Pokemon they have in the backline is going to be a Bastiodon over here. So Bastiodon is again a good like counter over here for my Pelipper in this scenario, but nevertheless I do have access to Earthquake, which they shield up, which I am fine with. And now I can let this first move go through right away because Flamethrower does not hits me hard, and now I can easily come back and soak up a bit of energy and go for a chip damage with Wither Ball. So Wither Ball does quite a bit of chunk over here because yeah, it's super effective, and it is coming from a Pelipper which is quite attack heavy. And now, since all the shields are down, so what I have to look for is going to be the catch onto their Pidgeot over here. So I'll be going to overfarm and not throw immediately, which I anticipate correctly. And now here comes the catch, and I farm them down with Dragon Tail, and I go for the next move of Earthquake, which is Stab, and does take double super crit damage onto this Bastiodon. That gives me the win for the first battle with this team for the set over here. So GG's. Moving to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Ludicolo, which I have a really good answer in my backline, so I'll be safe swapping into my Registeel, and for some reason they safe swap into their Pelipper, which is not a great counter for my Registeel, because they will be going for this neutral Wither Ball and nothing else, because Hurricane and Wing Attack both are resisted. I'll be going for the next Zap Cannon that does zap out the Pelipper, and now they comes back with their own Vigoroth over here. So Vigoroth, again, it is kind of a pseudo fighter, but it is not having the super effective bait move, which is going to be Body Slam, which is again resisted, and now I can easily go for the next move. So I'll be intentionally going for the next Zap Cannon over here because I was sure that they are going to shield it, and I was hoping for the debuff, which I did not get, but nevertheless I am fine with it. So I'll be coming back with my own Pelipper once again, and the safe swap again into their swap out into their own Ludicolo over here. So Ludicolo, being a razor leafer, since I am part steel as well, it does not trouble me too much, and I am also having a shield advantage as well. So this might be a leaf storm or maybe an energy ball, which I'll shield up, which I am fine with. And now from this kind of range, I will be going for a hard farm down with Dragon Tails, because I'm quite sure that they cannot reach to the next move, and now I am having a ton of energy right now. So they'll be going back with their Vigoroth, and they'll be going for the next body slam, which I'll shield up because it will hurt the most. So I'll be going to debuff them with this back-to-back breaking swipes over here. Yeah, the first breaking swipe does draw out the final shield, and now I'll be going for the next one. So even though super effective counters are there, which is non-stab, but they will not force me to get the farm down over here. So body slam incoming, which is not very resisted, and I can easily get to survive that as well. And I'll be going for the next breaking swipe, which puts it quite low, and I have enough energy to snipe it down with my wither ball loaded onto my Pelipper, getting the win for the second battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent, and really well played. Moving on with the third battle, I pick up a really good lead over here with my own Pelipper, because Nidoqueen is almost out of the meta right now, but it does have really good answer to my backline over here, which is going to be Steelix and Registeel. So I'll be letting this first charge move go through, which ends up being a Poison Fang, and now I will be safe swapping into my own Steelix, because to lure out a potential fighter is what my plan is. But since Registeel does not have a really hard hitting fast move, so I'll be safe swapping into my own Steelix right now. So Steelix, again with breaking swipe, it's so good right now. It can debuff the opponent attack as well, which is huge, because yeah, that way I have to take in less damage over here. I can survive this power up punches and this counters as well. And Registeel, bigger pardon, Steelix is quite bulky as well in this meta of GL. It is having quite a low attack stat, but a good defense stat over here. So I'll be coming back with my Pelipper, and I'll be shielding. I'll be letting this next charge move go through, which is also going to be a bait of power up punch, and I can easily go for the next wither ball. So wither ball might not get the knockout, but yeah, it does get the knockout over here because they don't have the shield. And now the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be Umbreon over here. So Umbreon, I have a two shield Registeel over here, which it can handle really well, but they'll be going for the Poison Fang bait with the Nidoqueen over here. So I'll be going for the it's single listed move of Focus Blast, but it deals quite a bit of damage, and now you can see some unfortunate lag, which I could not anticipate while I was playing that, and now I have to shield this up. If it is going to be a Poison Fang, be it, but it was the Hail Mary Earth Power, which I shield up correctly. And from this kind of range, I thought of going for a farm down, but nevertheless, since I am having my defense dropped, I will not try that out, and now I'll be going to shield the next move as well, because this is going to be the Dark Pulse, and with defense dropped, it will be hurting the most. So I'll be trying to snipe in this Umbreon with Hurricane, which lands and deals quite a bit of damage, and they can farm it down. But nevertheless, I am having a really healthy Registeel over here, which can withstand at least 2 Dark Pulses over here, and before that I can eventually reach to the next Focus Blast, which will take down this Umbreon and also give me the win for the third battle here as well, for this team and for this set over here. So GG's. This team is working out quite good over here when I was playing this GBL, to which now I'll be picking up a lead against Crafty, which is really good, and they safe swapped into a charmed Clefable, to which I have got a perfect answer, being my Registeel over here. I'll be going for the next Zap Cannon. So Zap Cannon does put the Clefable quite low, but nevertheless they cannot throw anything which is going to hurt me a lot. So I'll be letting this next charge move go through, and this is going to be a Meteor Mash, which is resisted and it does not do a tickle to me as well. And I'll be charging up a bit of extra energy and I'll be going for the next Focus Blast. So Focus Blast is a bit cheaper than Zap Cannon, so I'll be going for it. And now they can come back with their Scrafty and load up on energy, or maybe they will be going for the Power Up Punch because they want to boost up their counters over here. But I have got a really decent matchup against this Scrafty over here, so I can easily go for the next Weather Ball because I am doing super equipped damage with my wing attacks as well, which is huge because now I have to shield up. Because if they're going for a double boosted foul play, it will be really awful, which it is. And now I can easily load up on energy and I'll be going for the next. I thought of going for the Weather Ball, which I did not, and now I can easily swap out into my Registeel because they swapped in to their Bastardon over here, which is huge because Registeel, like Steelix, can take this flamethrowers or maybe Stone Edge all day long, and now I can easily go for the super effective, double super effective, usually Earthquake, which almost takes it out, and I can easily get the farm down with Dragon Tails over here. So now they are only left with the Scrafty, and for Scrafty, yeah, they can only ramp up their attack with Power Up Punches over here, which I am fine with because I'm going to debuff them with Breaking Swipe over here as well, which is really nice. And Breaking Swipe does quite a bit of damage as well over here in neutral situation. So now, since I've got a loaded Pelipper, I'll be going for the next Weather Ball, which does draw out the shield, and the next Weather Ball once again, which will eventually get the knockout for this Crafty, getting the win for the second last battle and the set over here, which is really awesome for this team, and GG's. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Donphan. So Donphan is actually a good lead for me because this counters and Body Slam counters are resisted. Body Slam is going to be neutral, so I can survive one. But I don't want to face this Donphan with my backline of Registeel. So they safe swapped out into their own Drapion over here. So Drapion will not appreciate this Hurricane, but I will be going for the bait of Weather Ball because I want to get shield advantage on my Registeel over here. So with shield advantage on Registeel, it is so good. And since they're actually running Crunch, I have to let this first couple of crunches go through because eventually they will debuff me, which have quite a higher chance of debuffing. Crunch is having a higher chance of debuffing opponent's defense, which is by I believe 30%, which is huge. And now I will be going for the next charge move of Focus Blast that deals a ton of damage, and I can survive. Yeah, I can survive one, but I have to shield up one Aqua Tail, which I am fine with, and now I can survive one from this kind of range as well, which I am happy with because I don't want to shield up. I don't want to shield both of my I spend my shields on Registeel, and now from this kind of range I have to see what they comes back in with. So they comes back with that Donphan once again, and Donphan is quite classy, so they have to shield up this next Focus Blast over here, but nevertheless it was useless because I have got a loaded Pelipper over here that does take it out, almost take it out with this Weather Ball, and the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be Jellicent. So Jellicent is kind of a good matchup, but thanks to the attack of Breaking Swipe, because ultimately it will debuff them and deals quite a bit of neutral damage here as well. So I should have shielded up the first serves, but nevertheless I'm not sure why he did not shield up the first serves, couple of serves, but now from this kind of range I have to shield up this next serve, which will eventually get the knockout for my Steelix. But I want to showcase this Steelix, so that is why I have to shield up, and I'll be going for the next Breaking Swipe that almost takes out the Jellicent, and Dragon Tail does wrap up the game over here in this battle, in this scenario. So GG's. So this team which I used in the gobattleleague for a couple of sets, it was really good. So if you guys can see from the score, threat score, and the PV poke ratings as well, how good this team is if you're getting into really good matchups over here. So if you're trying out this team in the open jail, do let me know how it is working out for you. And that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one with new teams and new Pokemons in this new season. And that will be all. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.